Hi guys, Phoenix from Alchemical Mind. Today I'm going to be doing a product review on the FHA, A New Way to Travel. Go to Modern Day Mystic and check it out. Peter does a very great job as far as providing his customers as much feedback as he possibly can. You're going to find description, use cases, videos, pictures, and this tool here right now at the very beginning of the video, I will say that I would recommend for anybody and everybody. This tool has been a very big tool in the last 2 weeks of my life regarding Hurricane Irma, but you are going to see an unboxing as well as first impressions in this video. Now, Peter describes the tool as just in one basic sentence, and he says it's an automatic feng shui for your vehicle. Now, our bodies are vehicles. When we're traveling in our sleep. We are traveling when we're walking. We are traveling even in a actual material car. And so this, when he says a new way to travel, he kind of, and most definitely is encompassing everything in regards to us as individuals in this material world traveling. Now, the first impressions that I got when I opened up the box, the very first thing that I saw was the Fibonacci geometrical shape. Now, Fibonacci is actually the cycle or the geometrical shape for creation. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So masculine plus the feminine equals in a continuation in generation after generation. Ultimately, the creation process to get through the many different dimensions to where we're at now. So this lets me know that this is a very multi-dimensional use tool. And one of the things that I absolutely love about the tool, again, is that how Peter created it. And when he created it for more of a multi-use, not just an automatic material car, but as well as your physical vehicle to travel. Now, I'm kind of going to get into my personal experience over the last 2 weeks and regarding this tool. I am a Florida resident. I actually reside very close to the Tampa Bay area. And if anyone has been following Hurricane Irma, which that's pretty much been the news for the last 2 weeks or so, Hurricane Irma caused emergency evacuations, one of the largest, if not the largest, evacuation that the United States has ever seen. And the traffic was horrendous. The traffic was actually clogging up other states' traffics through Georgia, through the Carolinas, out into Mississippi, that sort of thing. That's how bad the traffic was. Now, because I'm in more of a central Florida state, I actually left after the first major evacuation of the Keys. I left after the evacuation of Miami. I left after, the evacuation of so forth and whatnot of more of the south version or property within Florida. Now, when I left, I actually left at 11 o'clock before they gave, 2 hours before they gave the mandatory evacuation to more of the Tampa Bay area, the surrounding areas of Tampa Bay, and I decided to evacuate when I heard that it was a Category 5. It had returned to a Category 5 again, and we that it was heading more west versus east like they had predicted. Now, when I had left, I decided to grab my FHA. That was literally, it had arrived within, I think, it was 2 days prior to that. And I thought, how ironic that I received this tool 2 days before, actually about 3 days. 3 days before I was going to evacuate. and I decided to activate it immediately. As soon as me and the kids, and as soon as we were all packed into the car, it was me, my partner, my 2 kids, and my birds. We packed into a little sedan car with our little suitcases, very little that we were gonna go with, and we left. And I synced it to the car, and where it was taking, and we were getting reports of 16 hours upon even beginning to think about leaving Florida. We ended up getting out of Florida in less than 4 hours. And we got out of Florida starting off with a half a tank of gas. When there was no gas in the vicinity, people were going crazy. There were shortages of gas. There still are actually in the state. And somehow, right past Ocala, we ended up stopping at the perfect stop because somebody had, an old friend of mine that I had not talked to in a very long time, had somehow connected with me to let me know, hey, listen, get off at this exit, get the gas, and you're good to go in this direction. So we were rerouted. So we were on I-75 up to Ocala, up to the exit that we were at. We did not receive any sort of, there was no, we were still going. There were cars definitely, but we were very much within the speed limit. We had not reached bumper to bumper traffic, and we must have got off at the exit before all of that began. And somehow, and even when there is not an evacuation, by the way, just to let you know, the area in which I live in, we have never ever made it out of the state of Florida in the time period in which we made it out this time, in this very chaotic way. And so the other thing is that during our time, we got 2 children in the car, and my children were very well behaved. They were very emotionally composed, even in the state of which we were leaving leaving Florida. I had 2 birds, baby birds. They weren't going crazy. My fiance, he was, he was very calm. He was very emotionally stable to put together a plan to get us to safety, and I was as well. So this provided a very, very different type of evacuation experience than anything that I've read on the news. There could definitely be people out there that have had similar evacuation experience, but I've not yet to see that, and I think that this does come because of this product right here. We rerouted to a new route that we never knew about. It ended up getting us across the border safely. We did not end up running out of gas. We never experienced any sort of maintenance, being stuck on the side of the road, anything like that. Our kids were calm. The birds were calm. The husband was calm. The mom was calm. So in this state, this tool proved to be very, very useful. Now, I wanted to test it. So on our way back into Florida, which if you look up on Google, all the residents coming back into Florida, you're going to see chaos. You're going to see people just waiting for hours, people needing to get gas before they come into the state of Florida because there is no gas, that sort of thing. And so I wanted to put this to the test. And I decided to, like the instructions say, to unsync it. And so I unsynced it, and we did meet traffic. We were stuck, and we were bumper to bumper. We were not getting anywhere. The kids were unruly. They had to pee every 10 seconds. They had to, they needed to fight with each other over who's going to play what game on the tablet, so forth and whatnot. Now, I had enough. Mama had enough, and I decided, I have this tool. I think that I tested this good enough. I understand what this tool does, and I'm going to go ahead and sync it back up to the car. And as soon as I did, automatic, he says, automatic feng shui for your vehicle. As soon as we did, we ended up getting off at the next exit, and we ended up rerouting, and we ended up filling up on gas. The kids started behaving this completely and totally. Now, for the total of this trip, overall, we were gone for about 4 or 5 days. We traveled, to and through different types of states. And if you are on my Facebook, you'll definitely see the many miles that we traveled and everything that we were going through during the time. And over the time period, there was definitely clocked at least 30 plus hours. And having this tool during that time proved to really be a very different experience in regards to us evacuating, because a massive hurricane was coming at us. We were in places that we didn't know. We were going with different traffic. We had different people that we were surrounded by. We had our own emotional pressure and stress. And this tool here, I would just recommend to anybody. I really would. Regardless if you're going to be creating something and using it as a creator's tool, regardless if you're going to be using it as the way in which it was developed, a safe way to travel, using it in your dream state, being a dream walker, traveling as a dream walker, using it as a way or as a means to heal, to provide somebody that maybe be around you, that might be traveling through life and they're kind of meeting obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, syncing it with them to provide them a safe travel through life. A safe travel through their environments, a safe travel through friendships, a safe travel through whatever it may be. The other thing is, and I just want to mention this, especially because I did the review for the compass, the back of this amplifier here, you will see the Pleiadian star system. Now, this will be the second product that I'm doing a review for Peter, and the products in which he's doing or providing are geared to give you direction for transformation. He has not failed in this sense, and this is a amazing creator of subconscious and spiritual and meta-science and all of this sphere in regards to a higher dimensional tool use. This is definitely a creator in which you want to follow and look to see in regards to what is he doing next, what is it that he's providing, that sort of thing. So again, I would recommend this tool for anybody and everybody. It really provided me a great ton of relief in regards to a time of crisis. I look forward to exploring the tool more when I'm not in crisis. I look forward to exploring it as far as my healing and my creating and my manifesting and any and all of those things. I think that you did a great job, Peter, and thank you so very much.